Hi, welcome to Olight Hamster. Today I'll be reviewing this Olight M2R Warrior. This is a rechargeable LED tactical flashlight. And before I go into more detail on this flashlight, let me just first cover some of the features and the specs for this. If you want to read all of this in more detail, just feel free to pause the video. Now, some of the key features for this is that this is powered by an 18650 battery. They provide a battery. You can also use the ones that you have around the house, just as long as it has a discharge current of 6 amps. Now, there are a number of different lumens for this LED flashlight. The lowest is the 1 lumens for moonlight, and with that, it has an impressive 25 days. The 1 lumens is more like, for example, like a map light if you're in a pitch dark situation. And from lower ones, you have 15 lumens, 60, 250, 700 for the high. Now, for a turbo, it's at 1500 lumens. After a period of time, it will step down to 1000 lumens before finally goes down to 700 lumens. And even then, 2-hour battery life, that is impressive. Now, this item is water resistant, IPX8, and it's shockproof as well. Here's the weight for the unit. It's almost 6 pounds with the battery. It came with this holster, but the quality is better than most other holsters I've seen in the past. You can easily open it. A little strap over here. It did come with a wrist strap too, and a little belt on the back over here. Loosen it by just a buckle, or just loop the belt over this piece. And for the user manual, it is pretty detailed. Operation is very simple. There's a side switch and a tail switch. I'll go into more detail on that soon. And here's instructions on how to operate it and charge it. And for the last part, just this little blurb right here. It came with their proprietary USB magnetic charging base. When it's green, it's fully charged. When it's red, it's charging. Clips on right there. The length of the charging cable is about 1.5 feet to 2 feet total length. Here's a closer look at the Olight. All metal construction. Here's the side switch I mentioned earlier. Here's a tail switch. To change the lumens, it's operated with the side switch. For the tail switch, this is more for tactical use. For example, it's on turbo right now. But if I press this and then press the side switch, now strobe. Also, one other thing I point out, let me just change it away from the strobe, is that for the tail switch, there's no clicking sound. That's one of the reasons why I refer to this one as a tactical flashlight. A lot of the other flashlights I reviewed in the past, whenever time I press the tail switch, there's always a clicking noise. To me, if it has a clicking noise, no, it's not tactical. It's just a flashlight switch. There's also instructions on how to use it. There's 2 different types of modes for the tail switch. I just press it down partially, momentarily, lights up. But then if I want for it to stay lit, just press and hold it, or just press it all the way down. This clip, both ways, I can clip it this way or clip it this way. It's very useful for caps or shirts or anything else I want to clip it onto. And it's also removable too. As we can see here, CE certified. To access the battery compartment, simply twist this. And there's a little O-ring over here. And this is their battery. I'll recommend using their battery. I know they said that you can use your own, but with their battery, it's 3500 milliamps, and I easily get 2 hours of operation time. Using the side button, I'm going to turn on the moonlight. And with the moonlight, it's more for just reading maps. I'm trying to shine in front of me, and, well, it's not showing up. I'm going to press the side button for about 2 seconds, and here it's about 60 lumens, low mode. And press it about 2 seconds again. 3rd, 4th, and here's high. You can see that it has a very wide spread. Press it one more time, it cycles back. I'm going to double tap the side button and double tap again. Went a little bit brighter, so now it's closer to 1500 lumens. And at 1500 lumens, it can stay like this for at least 3 minutes before it steps down to just high, which is about 700 lumens. And it can run for another 2 hours. I'm going to press the tail button, and there's no clicking noise. I'm going to press the tail button again to turn it off. I have a third-party flashlight that was also advertised to be tactical and 900 lumens. I'm just turn that one on. You can hear the click. So it's because of that, I don't think it's tactical. It definitely gives away my position when I'm using it. Typically with these high-power flashlights, I'll measure the operating temperature. But since the Olight automatically steps down in terms of lumens after about 3 minutes, well, the highest the temperature ever reached in turbo mode is about 107 degrees Fahrenheit. And it only stayed there for about 3 minutes, so it's not really something that's too hot for me to handle. And once it reaches the high, which is about the 700 lumen range, well, the flashlight cools down significantly. To some of the pros and cons, I love the build quality of this flashlight. Very practical design, all metal housing. The clip that came with it, very handy. The holster was also quite handy too. Didn't feel cheap. Now, the battery that came with it is impressive 3500 milliamps, so I would definitely recommend using their battery. I tried using one of my other 18650 battery, and I just wasn't able to get the 2-hour runtime as they advertised, but I was able to achieve it with their battery. Also, there are 5 different light modes, 6 if you count the turbo, and the unit doesn't get too hot, not to the point where I can't hold it in my hand. And even if it's running in turbo for a couple minutes, it does step down automatically to the high mode after about 3 minutes. So overall, this is a great flashlight for all sorts of situations, whether you're taking your child camping, just reading something at night, keeping this in your glove box. So yes, I like this item and I'll recommend it. Well, thanks for watching this review. If you guys have any questions, comments, and suggestions, feel free to contact me. Thanks for watching Olight Hamster. Bye.